Just thought I'd record day 5 right now since I'm up, and who knows, I might fall asleep later. It's very, very late right now. It's like 3 a.m. Making a coffee because I'm forcing myself to stay up because I have to meet a deadline. This is the life of a video editor. I mean, to be fair, I could be a lot smarter with how I work, but it is what it is. I have the house to myself right now for the next few days because my parents are gone somewhere. So I'm alone the next few days. What was I gonna say? So, well, yeah, the whole point of this video, it's day 5, nicotine free. I came quite close to relapsing. I won't lie. Scary how close it was. Suddenly my legs just took me up off the chair and I was looking for cigars. And thank God there's none in the house. Thank God. Because you know what would have happened? I probably would have fucking relapsed. I just didn't even think much of it. I was just like, oh, I want a cigar. Even though I'm perfectly fine without one. I don't need a cigar. I don't even think I really want one either. I don't want nicotine. I don't want to put nicotine into my body anymore, of course. You know? It was just an urge. It wasn't necessarily powerful. I think I just like forgot for a moment, or I just like felt like I wanted to smoke like I usually would, you know, or vape like I usually would. So I'm not sure. I don't think I would have relapsed because I'm I was aware in that moment that I'm off nicotine. So yeah, I'm not sure what that was, but I don't think I would have relapsed. But when something's just there, when something's like convenient and you have access to it, you're just gonna take it. And you're gonna fucking consume it. Whether it's alcohol or coffee or cigarettes. If it's there, you're just gonna consume it. Like, if you're somebody who stopped consuming nicotine and you have nicotine all over the house, it's gonna be hard not to consume it. But I'm not the only one in the house who uses nicotine or used nicotine previously. Like, there's other people in the house and they use nicotine as well, so they have nicotine laying around. But like, it's not mine, you know. It doesn't belong to me. So that's not that big of a deal. So really, so far it hasn't really been that difficult. Like the cravings haven't really had too many crazy ones. Just sometimes, like, I just kind of felt a bit sad, like, oh, some nicotine would be nice. But it wasn't like overpowering, like, oh my god, I just fucking need a cigarette or I need a fucking hit so bad. It hasn't been like that, like, at all. And it just, like, it keeps getting easier. Day one and day two weren't even that bad either, to be honest. I still, I still worry that, that I might go back to it at some stage. Whether that's after a few months or that's after a year. Um, I worry about that still because I've gone back to it before. What's stopping me from going back to it again? But I think you really need a strong reason to stop using nicotine. You really need like a reason. Because if you have a reason like, oh, I just want to be healthier, I want more stamina when I'm running. Like that is quite specific. If you like find running like really important and you want your stamina to be better, you want your lung capacity to be better, and like you're very passionate about running, then I think that could be a great motivator to stop it entirely. I don't know if I really have one, and I think that's why I kept going back to it. But then I would hate myself when I'd use it. I just hate the fact that I was a nicotine user. And I just felt like crap all the time, you know. And I just didn't want to feel like that. But I don't know if that was, if that's really a strong enough reason to want to quit something. Like you need a bigger reason. You need like a reason that overpowers, or not overpowers, but you need a reason that is bigger than, or it kind of like gives you a push to like stop. You're like more motivated or feel happier with the decision of not using nicotine over actually using nicotine. It's about being happy at the end of the day. And if you're happier without something, then obviously you're not going to use it, you know? Like I'm happier without cocaine. I don't want to use cocaine. I don't have any need to use cocaine because it's not going to make me happier. So I don't use it. And it's the same thing with heroin, right? Obviously, I've never tried heroin. I've never tried it. But I feel no need to try it. I believe that my life is happier without something like that, you know? Jesus, my cat scared the fuck out of me. It's like fucking 3 in the morning right now. This is like the fucking weird hours. Nicotine is a weird one. Would I be happier without it? I've been without it for, like a few months last year, as well as caffeine. I was off caffeine as well. And I felt really good. I felt really, really good. But I ended up going back to it again. I felt groggy one morning and I just decided to buy a tub of nicotine pouches. And I was back on nicotine for a week. But then I wanted to quit again. Like I started like vaping again and then like immediately I worked on quitting again. And I did a few days later. And I stopped again for about 3 months. And then I went back to it again. Strange. So, I think it makes sense for me to worry. You know, it makes sense for me to be a bit skeptical about this. I won't call it an attempt because I don't know. I feel like attempt has like the connotation that you're gonna fail. There is a bit of skepticism in the back of my mind. Like, I didn't really feel like I wanted to quit the last few months. Like, I have and I haven't. It's weird. Like, I would hate the fact that I was vaping, but it's like I didn't really like give too much of a shit about quitting either. I think I just like became fed up with trying to quit. Because of the amount of times that I've gone back to this substance. And maybe it may, I felt a little bit discouraged because of that. And it just fucks me up as well, seeing all these motherfuckers online doing fucking podcasts, smoking fat cigars and shit. And it's not that I wish I could do that, because they're stuck in the same trap as me, or as I was. That's what nicotine is. It's a trap. But I don't know. Sometimes you get frustrated when other people talk about how great nicotine is, and I feel like that's fucked me up as well, because I've read the Alan Carr book, and I've done a lot of CBT surrounding nicotine, and yeah, I don't really believe that it benefits me in any way. But then there's so many people online who talk about all the benefits of it at the same time. It's all brainwashing. Nicotine really isn't that crazy. It's an insecticide found in the tobacco plant. It's found in tomatoes and potatoes and peppers. There's just a higher concentration of it in tobacco. You're not gonna get like a crazy nicotine hit off of eating tomatoes. But smoking tobacco just happens to give you that hit of nicotine, right? It's in the tobacco plant to protect it from insects. It's not something that you're supposed to consume, It's the same thing with coffee. Coffee is also or caffeine is an insecticide. It's not something that you're supposed to consume. It just happens to be relatively safe by chance. Nicotine is there's debate over whether it's safe or not, depending on the route of administration. If you're like vaping or smoking, that's like there are no benefits. It's bad for your health. Even smoking cigars, it raises your testosterone. Sure, it might raise your testosterone a little bit. Who cares? You're still increasing your risk of fucking cancer and heart disease and all of these fucked up illnesses and ailments that you have a chance of getting when you're older, and you're decreasing your lifespan. These are all true, unfortunately. And a lot of the health effects, like long term, are from nicotine itself. So that's why vaping and using Zins and all these forms of nicotine, if you're using them chronically every day, it's not good for your health. I guess it depends on the way you're taking it. Like, I don't know. It's just like whenever I consume nicotine, it doesn't feel like a healthy thing to be putting into my body. It feels like literal poison, and that's because it is. You know? Like it kind of like concerns me how I feel when I consume it. If just like it feels bad, it doesn't feel like something you're supposed to be putting inside of your body. And you still have a bunch of people who they just rave on about how great nicotine is, and it's like, why is it? Why is this insecticide like celebrated? Why is this poison in a plant celebrated? A poison that has ruined so many people. Why is it celebrated? What is so great about it? You feel the effects of it for about 5 seconds. People say it helps you concentrate, and it's really great for getting work done, and not in my experience, never has it been the case where consuming nicotine has helped me get work done. Never. And it doesn't matter if you're vaping it or like it doesn't matter what way you're taking it. It's nicotine. It's the same drug, you know? Yeah, maybe it might be a bit shorter with smoking it, and it might not last as long if you like vape, versus like popping a Zyn in. But it's the same drug. It's all nicotine, and it's all poison. It's all poison. Um, if you've never used nicotine to begin with, if you've never touched nicotine, just don't bother. Or if you smoked a few cigarettes, just steer clear of it. There is nothing there for you. There is nothing to enjoy about it. There's nothing exciting about it. There is nothing but headache. Nothing but headache. Like, it just sucks. It's literally the worst. It's literally the worst drug. Like it's not the most dangerous drug ever, but it genuinely sucks as a drug. It lasts for about 5 seconds, and you just want it all the time. What the fuck is so great about that? And the feeling isn't even good. You don't even feel good. And then you just become chemically dependent on this bullshit. On this shit that doesn't even like make you feel good. It doesn't make you happy. It doesn't do anything. It's just bullshit. Oh, man. Yeah, nicotine just fucking sucks. And I've wasted a lot of time with this fucking substance. Wasted so much time with it. And I'm yapping, and that's because I'm just confused. Like, yeah, nicotine is just a weird, weird substance. A weird, weird substance. It's like you don't even want it, but then you go back to it. It's so weird. I can't really think of many drugs that are like that. Um, Weed isn't like that. Alcohol hasn't been like that for me, where, I want to keep going back to it. It doesn't have that, like, strange pull to it. To be fair, I shouldn't be talking about nicotine like this because I'm giving power to it. And, like, it is true, it is true, whether I want to admit that or not. Um, I'm giving power to something that I shouldn't be giving power to. Yeah, I think I'm gonna fucking go to bed. Because it's like 3 fucking a.m. It's 3 a.m. I should not be up right now. It's, shit's not good for my health. I'm all over the place. Alright. I've been recording for 22 minutes. I haven't even realized. At least day 5 is recorded. Yeah, day 5 no nicotine. That's how it's going right now.